Nigeria, Africa's most populated nation, a land rich in culture, faith, and diversity. But deep within its heart, a silent war is unfolding. Entire Christian communities are being wiped out, villages burned, families scattered, lives lost, and the world remains silent. Over the past few years, Nigeria has become the deadliest place on earth for Christians. Reports show thousands have been killed, many more displaced, and entire regions left in fear. Yet, most of the global media barely whispers about it. The violence is concentrated in the Middle Belt, states like Benue, Plateau, and Kaduna, where religion, ethnicity, and land collide. Many attacks are blamed on heavily armed herder militias who descend upon villages at night, burning homes, looting, and slaughtering civilians. Survivors tell of gunfire in the dark, of neighbors running for their lives, and of churches turned to ashes by morning. But this conflict is deeper than headlines suggest. It's a mixture of old rivalries, land disputes, and climate change, but it's also fueled by hate and the failure of the state to protect its people. Those who speak out say the government's response has been painfully slow, and in some cases, completely absent. While the victims cry for justice, international organizations call for attention, yet the world looks away. Global media, human rights councils, and powerful nations have remained largely silent, choosing diplomacy over truth. For the families of the dead, that silence feels like betrayal. In many villages, churches stand empty. Crosses are blackened with soot. Mothers mourn sons who will never come home. Children grow up knowing fear more than freedom. This is not a war declared on paper, it is a silent, creeping genocide, one that thrives in darkness because no one is watching. And until the world begins to listen, to speak, and to act, the killing will continue, unseen and unheard. The silence surrounding these killings is not just the absence of sound, it is the absence of justice, empathy, and global awareness. Each day, new graves are dug in forgotten villages. Entire families vanish overnight, their stories erased before they can even be told. These are not isolated attacks. They are patterns of terror that have stretched over a decade, claiming tens of thousands of innocent lives. While many politicians deliver speeches about peace, few dare to speak openly about the persecution. In global conferences and newsrooms, the crisis is often softened, renamed, or dismissed as ethnic clashes. But for those living through it, it is not a clash, it is survival. Local pastors describe entire congregations fleeing during Sunday worship. In some towns, worshippers no longer ring bells or sing loudly, afraid that joy itself could draw death. In the north, believers meet in secret, whispering prayers that may cost them their lives. Many who escape become refugees in their own country, surviving under makeshift shelters, dependent on charity to live another day. Yet, amid the ashes, faith still burns. Survivors rebuild churches with broken bricks and sing songs of hope in the ruins. They forgive, even when justice never comes. They stand as a symbol of endurance, proof that even in the face of terror, belief cannot be destroyed. The question remains, why does the world remain so quiet? When violence erupts elsewhere, cameras rush to capture it. But when it happens to these forgotten Christians, few lenses turn their way. Silence, in this case, is not neutrality, it is complicity. The truth is simple but heavy: if the global community continues to ignore this crisis, it will grow. The bloodshed will spread beyond borders, and history will remember the silence as loudly as the screams of the victims. Now more than ever, their stories must be told. Their pain must be seen. Because when truth is buried, injustice multiplies. And the world loses a part of its humanity.